On the night of July 8, 1980, Almaty airport was quiet, moody, the weather was hot. The sky was heavy, the clouds were low. That night, a Tu-154 was being prepared for the Rostov-on-Don and Simferopol flight. The plane was almost full, 156 passengers. Some were going on vacation, some were returning home. No one knew this would be the last journey. At 12:38, the plane left the runway. The first seconds were completely normal. Then, everything changed. The plane had not even reached 150 meters when a very strong wind blew from behind. At the same time, a dense air current pushed the plane down. The plane began to lose altitude. At this height, there was no time, no margin for error. Every second was crucial. The plane was heavy. The takeoff weight was very close to the maximum limit. The flaps were still in the takeoff position, and at that moment, a 20 meter per second tailwind and a 14 meter per second downdraft simultaneously hit the plane. This meant a sudden loss of lift. The captain pulled the control towards himself once, twice, 7 times. But the warning started. The system was shouting, "If you pull any more, you'll enter a stall. But if he doesn't pull." The plane was about to crash. Time had run out. When the plane first hit the ground, its speed was approximately 400 kilometers per hour. But the engines were still running. The plane bounced and took off again. Then the second impact bounced again. The third contact was now uncontrolled. The plane was dragged from the field, entered a 3-meter deep crevice, and began to break apart. Pieces detached from the fuselage were thrown into the air. They fell hundreds of meters away in residential areas. Houses collapsed. Fires broke out. Night turned into day. All 166 people on the plane lost their lives. People woke up to the sounds of explosions. Some thought it was war. Those who went outside smelled the burned kerosene. Some lost their homes, some were injured. But the most severe scene was inside the wreckage. For a long time, no official statement was made, but the truth later emerged. The plane had encountered a very rare weather phenomenon. Today, we call this wind shear. At that time, this danger was not well known. The planes had not been tested under these conditions. The pilots had not been trained for this scenario. What was written in the book had been applied, but the theory could not cope with reality. Calculations made later showed that if the plane could have stayed in the air for just 15 more seconds, there was a chance of survival. But that knowledge, that training, that preparation was not there that night. After this accident, aviation changed. New warning systems were introduced, training was updated, rules were rewritten, but the price had already been paid. Today, there is a simple monument at the crash site. The clocks show the moment when everything ended. This disaster reminded us of the harshest truth in aviation. Safety rules are often not written first. They are paid for with human lives first.